Yeah, what's happening? We about to bring that action. Gotta hold it down for my Seattle Kraken. Hey, we going beneath the waves. We going beneath the waves. Get it hype, step onto the ice. Ready for some action, release the Kraken. Hey, we going beneath the waves. Going beneath the waves.
What is up, everyone? Welcome into the Beneath the Waves podcast, your weekly recap of all things Seattle hockey and beyond. I am Matt, and I am flying solo with you this week. As if you listened to our last episode, we said we are going to take a couple weeks off for a little mini vacation. I'm spending time with some family. Derek's currently off in Ireland with his family, having a very fun-looking vacation. But I got brought back to the Zoom room sooner than I thought. Because here in my hometown, middle of nowhere, Regina, Saskatchewan, I had the opportunity this weekend to speak with not one, not two, but three members of the Seattle Torrent roster, one past, one present, and one hopefully in the very near future, with Sydney Langseth, Lyndie Lobdell, and Neena Brick, who has appeared on the show before. This was a super cool opportunity for me. There was a hockey camp going on here with the program called Peak Hockey, which if you listened to our Neena interview before, she mentioned how she coaches at that through the summer. So 98 Hockey Management brought in about a dozen current and up-and-coming PWHL athletes to participate in this camp. And on Saturday, they had a meet and greet at a store called Extreme Hockey here in Regina, where Spencer from 98 Hockey Management, I can't give him enough thanks for returning my DM. And when I asked if I could have a few minutes of time with these players, he said, absolutely. Let me know when you can come by and we will set something up. So Spencer, huge thank you to you. It was amazing. And yeah, it was a very different animal, let me say, talking to these players in person. Here at Beach W for the last 77 episodes, plus a couple bonuses, we have had just Zoom-based conversations. We're hopping on the Zoom room. I have my dual monitors here. I have my notes in front of me. I can follow them. It's easy peasy, nice and cool and calm and relaxed. But let me tell you, it's a little bit different when you're doing these things in person. No notes. I brushed up in the parking lot beforehand, and I think you can tell early on, I was a little starstruck. I'm not afraid to admit that. I was a little starstruck and a little nervous, but I like to think that kind of comes down as the interviews go on. Well, one little fun bit with this here, if you were wanting to play a little BTW drinking game, let's say, I'm going to put a little asterisk. We are not responsible for any injuries that may come as a result of this. Maybe you just drink some Coke or Pepsi or something like that. If you want to play the BTW drinking game for this episode, it is take a drink every time yours truly, Matt here, says the word awesome as a transition between his interview questions, because I learned that that's apparently my tick when it comes to interviews. And I was talking with a friend, Drew Dalby, who has a couple radio shows out in Ontario. And he said, you know what? Everyone has those ticks. I've been doing it for X number of years. I still haven't too, but now you're aware of it and you know that you can work on these things. So hopefully those are not too unbearable for you as this episode goes. As we get into it here, once more, I have to give a huge thank you to Spencer at 98 Hockey Management and to Sydney, Lyndie, and Neena for taking the time to chat with me. So without further ado, we're going to get into our very first one here. It is with Sydney Langseth, who played in 16 games with the Seattle Torrent this season. First in-person athlete interview ever. So
okay, no pressure.
You're a milestone moment here. I just want to let you know.
Are you making any cuts? Or?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we'll just let it roll. We'll see.
Okay. No pressure.
All right, friends. It is a very exciting day here at Beneath the Waves as we have our first ever in-person player interview, as we now have Sydney Langseth hanging out with us. Sydney, thank you for hanging out and chatting. Welcome to Regina, first of all. I'm sure it's the most exciting place you've been compared to Seattle.
No, it's been great. It's definitely changed scenery, but I like it.
Yeah, I came by the practice yesterday and saw you running some of the drills. Saw you were at the Rider game yesterday. How's it been with the camp and everything here?
Oh, the camp's been great. I think it's really cool just bringing pro athletes to Regina. Like it's an awesome experience. Happy to be a part of it.
Awesome. So you had quite the road to get into the PWHL. You started as a training camp invite. You got that reserve spot on the Torrent. and then eventually you got the call up to the main roster. What was kind of that experience like going through all those different stages?
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a whirlwind just taking on the reserve spot. That was a bit of a challenge, but I was excited to take it on. And then, obviously the games is kind of the reward part. So just battling through that and then getting the call up was really exciting and cool. And cool little side story to that is my family was actually visiting me that weekend by chance. So like they didn't know I was going to play
Stars
that.
aligned.
Yeah, they didn't know I was going to play that weekend. So like having them at that game was really special.
Awesome. So when you did get that call, that nudge that you're coming up, it was post-Olympics. What was it like in the tunnel going out for that rookie lap?
Oh my gosh, it was everything. It was surreal, exciting, nerve-wracking, just, I don't know, everything I've worked for. It was just a really cool moment.
Awesome. Do you have any, in the 16 games you played, any standout core memories that you logged in those games?
I would say playing at Madison Square Garden. I mean, that was an unreal experience.
You can't get much bigger of an arena than that, right?
Exactly.
Awesome. So then this off season, very exciting for you. Sad for us to see you go from the Torrent, but exciting for you to move over to Las Vegas. What was it like when you heard that call and you found out that you're going to be moving over there?
Yeah, I mean, also very exciting. Kind of a stressful time. I mean, it's a business, so it's a little stressful. So once I got the call up, I mean, it was a little bit of a relief and just now, okay, like what's next? We're excited. We have a plan. So yeah.
Do you have any, when that first Torrent game drops on the calendar, do you have any like friendly trash talk you're going to be throwing at some of your former teammates?
I haven't really thought about that, but I am really excited to go back there and see those girls again and play against them.
Awesome. You do have a few familiar faces going over with you. You have Megan Carter, Natalie Snodgrass, and Jada Habish going. In addition to those familiar faces coming, is there anyone on the Vegas roster that you're most excited to meet?
Honestly, there's a few, like Erin Ambrose, Haley Skamura, like just the big names, but obviously like other players that I played against in college, like it'll just be fun to like be on a team with them, like Lacey Eden or Tessa Janicki. So
awesome. For people who maybe are unfamiliar with your play going over to Vegas there, how would you describe your style in a nutshell?
I'd probably say like my strongest asset is hockey IQ and just kind of being a reliable player. I'm a good D-zone center, but I'm also looking to play some offense this year as well.
Awesome. As we go out here, if people want to follow you along on your hockey journey, what kind of places can they follow you at?
You can follow my Instagram, Cindy Langseth. Are you looking for
Just
other?
Instagram, TikTok, any of that.
Yeah, I'm not a huge TikToker, but I'll have more free time this year. I finished school last May, so maybe I'll be on TikTok this year. Watch out.
There you go. Awesome. Well, we look forward to that first matchup and all the matchups against Vegas that come when the schedule finally drops. Hope you enjoy the rest of your time here in Regina, and thanks for taking the time to chat with us.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So I, of course, again, have to give a huge thank you to Sydney for taking the time to chat with me. As we roll into this next one, I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to start to see a noticeable decline in the anxiety levels for old Matt here, all right, after getting that out of the way. Next up, I was able to get time with Torrent defender Lyndie Lobdell. Lyndie was the Torrent's 5th-round pick in the 2025 PWHL draft, and she recently, like a month ago or so, signed a 1-year extension with the team. This interview makes me laugh in retrospect because I asked her at the start of the recording how to properly pronounce her name because I didn't know if it was Lobdell or Lobdell, and I wanted to make sure I got it right. And then we just started yapping about complex last names that I have and that my wife Lacey had as a maiden name. And then we just roll into the conversation and I totally forgot to introduce her during the interview. So with that being said, here is me in the future introducing you to Torrent defender Lyndie Lobdell. Lobdell or Lobdell?
Lobdell.
Dell, okay.
Yes.
Don't wanna.
We say Lobdell. I mean, maybe it's Lobdell. I don't know. People love to say Lyndie Lobdell.
Yeah, we both have like really intense German last names.
What is it?
Giesbrecht.
Giesbrecht. How's that spelled?
Giesbrecht.
Oh, I feel like I could get that.
Okay, but
If I were to read it.
spell your maiden name.
Yeah, I'll spell it and see if you can say it. Eutenbeier.
Utenir.
Close. Eitneier.
Eitneier. That's
We couldn't have Smith or something like that.
yeah.
Another very exciting, I was saying to Sydney before, this is our first for our podcast in-person player interview day. And it's kind of interesting that it's in Regina of all places, not with Derek, my other co-host, who's down in Seattle. So thank you, first of all, for agreeing to chat. Welcome to Regina. I was at the Cooperator Center yesterday watching you guys run through some of those drills, and it looked pretty intense. How's the camp sessions been going?
It's been great. I think, it's kind of, we still are like 3 months out, so none of us are in, I'd say, tip-top shape right now. So Dave is kicking our butts. Peak is doing a really good job at just getting us going. I mean, it's been really fun, and the group is awesome too. We all push each other really, really well. So
Awesome. Lots of bananas and Gatorades out here to bounce back.
Lots of quench.
Awesome.
Yeah,
There
we're
we go.
drinking so many electrolytes. It's
Plug
crazy.
in for that quench partnership. Let's make it happen. I want to kind of go through your whole Seattle journey. It started off in the draft that was in Ottawa. What was it like when you found out that you were selected by Seattle?
I was sitting with my dad and my sister with people on FaceTime, and we all just started crying immediately because, we were nervous. You never know what's going to happen. And it was really like just a dream at that point. Like, I wasn't totally sure it was going to happen. So I was shocked and super excited. And then a couple days went by, and then I got really nervous. And I was like, oh, this is real. I got to go compete with these girls and earn a contract and all these things. So it was so amazing. And then I was like, okay, grind time,
Yeah.
So
one of my favorite things the Torrent did last season was the Rapid Yaps, and you did one with Lily. And the one thing that stood out to me from it was you said you were so nervous to meet Alex Carpenter because you thought she was so intimidating.
Yeah.
Was there anyone else who either you were intimidated by getting to meet or caught you by surprise when you first met them, or maybe were most pumped to come across in the locker room?
I mean,
HK?
yeah,
Yeah,
Hillary.
yeah.
Like, Carpy is just intimidating because of who she is. She's just awesome. She's
Yeah.
a great person. Not intimidating when you get to talking to her. She's very cool. But Hill, I mean, it's just one of those things, like, she's been the idol for so many girls for so long. So trying to transition that into, like, yes, she's my idol still, but now she's my teammate.
Yeah.
And changing that so we can just be on the same level and chat like normal people. Like, it took me a second to get there because I was like, wow. But she's awesome. Such a cool person. Obviously, I mean, an unreal captain. Like, just the lessons I learned from her this year were insane.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you worked through training camp, preseason, got that contract. Home opener is your debut. What was it like in the tunnel, going out for it, taking that rookie lap? What was that experience like?
It was so scary. I was so nervous that I was going to eat it, but didn't, thank God. And no, it was just really cool. And it was with the group that we had. Our rookie class was unbelievable. Love those girls so much. And yeah, I mean, it was just, all you can really think about is like, this is surreal. Because like for so long, I guess like I only ever saw NHL players doing that. And to be able to be in that position, it's like, it really is surreal. I was like, holy crap. When I saw the video, I was like, oh, I did actually do that.
You're
With
like,
like
I'm
my
gonna
helmet off
save
and
that to
everything.
remember
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Once we got into the season, I'm pretty sure the date that you had flagged on your calendar was March 25th when you had that Chicago game. What was it like having that homecoming, being in that big arena with all your family? I think your sisters were mic'd up for the game and had
Yeah.
some good laughs at that. What was that experience like?
That was really, really special. That was one of my favorite games. Obviously, just having everyone that's supported me for all this time and, had my back. It just means a lot more to have them right there in the stands and to go hug them after the game and obviously get the win for them. That was super special. And then Allstate too. Like, the last time I was in there was like a Justin Bieber concert when I was a kid. It was just so weird, and like watching the Wolves games and stuff like that. So it just, again, it's the same process of like, okay, this is real. Like, I really am in this now. I really am a professional now, and we're doing all these amazing things. And it's just going to keep getting better and better. And hopefully there's going to be another Chicago game that we get. I really hope so.
What would be the more surreal experience, the Chicago game or the MSG game?
MSG. I mean, there's so much history there. And then obviously, like, I think we sold it out. And
yeah, you guys broke the
it
attendance
was-
record like 3 different times in the season.
Yeah. It was, that one was crazy. And I had friends coming out for that too. It was unreal. Yeah.
Awesome. And then season comes to an end. There's a little bit of downtime. You're in RFA going into the off season. Were we nervous? Were we sweating, waiting, coming up to that deal? Okay.
Totally.
Well, then on the opposite side of that, what was the feeling when that ink was dried on the contract and you knew you were coming back?
Just total sigh of relief. You know, you got to trust the process. It's not something you can control there. I know I have Spencer, 98 Hockey Management, right behind me, like pushing me all the way. So you just got to wait. And then once that happened, it really was just like, okay, now I can really focus and not think about all the background chatter and all that stuff. Yeah. So, yeah.
Awesome. And then going into this next season, what are we most looking forward to coming in that sophomore season?
Selfishly, I'm extremely excited to be reunited with Abby Murphy. We played together for a really long time. We played together at Mission for like 8 years. So I'm just pumped to be back with her. And I think we got a really good crew ahead of us. And I just think we got a lot of work to do. So I'm really pumped. And with Christine Bumstead, she's gonna do a good job.
Yeah, I think as fans, we're all kind of nervously waiting to see what's going to happen because the team was so ravaged in the expansion.
Right.
So, finding the footing and all that kind of stuff. If people are maybe unfamiliar with you, they're just jumping in with the Torrent this season. How would you describe the Lyndie Lobdell game?
Extremely physical. Don't come near my goalie. Don't get in the corners, or you're not gonna like it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Throw a couple fists here and there.
Yeah. We'll
Take some
see.
notes from Annetta about how to get
Oh yeah.
tossed from a game.
Oh yeah. Tej will show me what to do. She'll give me notes.
As we, close out here, if people want to follow you along in your hockey journey and what's going on in the off season, stuff like that, Instagram, TikTok, all those things, where might they be able to do that?
Yeah. Instagram's just my first and last name, Lyndie Lobdell. And TikTok, I think it's Lyndie Lob 24.
Okay.
Pretty classic.
Well,
just posting silly stuff on there.
That's what it's for.
Yeah.
You got to show the human side of the tough, aggressive, scary hockey players, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Lyndie, thanks so much for hanging out and chatting. We look forward to seeing you hopefully get the full 30-game slate or however many it ends up being next season when that schedule drops. And thanks again for joining.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was nice meeting you guys.
It all comes down to this, a best-of-7 battle, and DraftKings has you covered every step of the way. The DraftKings Sportsbook app is now available in all 50 states and includes all markets. Sweat every shift of the series all in one place with one app. New DraftKings customers sign up with code THPN, spend $5 to get $200 in rewards within 21 days. That's code THPN in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Bet with DK Sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 1-800-MY-RESET. New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino in Kansas, bet text pass through may apply in Illinois. 21 and over. Void in Ontario. Event contract trading with DraftKings predictions involves risk of loss. Sportsbook bonus bets expire in 7 days. $50 in predictions dollars issued weekly for 3 weeks expire in 1 year. Redeem one non-withdrawable reward. Availability varies. Predictions offer void in New York. Ends June 28. Terms at dkng.co/audio.
All right. At this point of the interviews, we are cruising. We are feeling loose. We are feeling good. I think in that last one, there was one, maybe two awesomes. So I'm starting to wean you off of the drinking game a little bit. But lastly, we have a returning guest to the show. As you'll hear when we start talking, I happily bestowed the title of Friend of the Pod upon her, as she is now joining BTW in person to chat. We have made it out of the Instagram DMs and the Zoom room and into real life. This is my chat with Regina's own Neena Brick. All right, we are very excited now to have Friend of the Pod. I hope you're okay that we gave you that label. Neena Brick in person, not through a Zoom screen, here hanging out at Extreme Hockey in Regina. How you doing, first of all, Neena? Thanks for coming back on.
Yeah, thanks. It's been good. I've been really enjoying this weekend. It's been pretty cool and special that we can have all these girls in one place and do this camp.
Yeah, you have a ton of current up and coming PWHL players here in Regina. I was kind of caught off guard that as Beneath the Waves, our first in player experience was going to be in Regina as opposed to Seattle. But what's it been like having this crew here? I was there when you were running some drills yesterday and it was getting pretty intense. What's it been like having everyone here?
Yeah, I would never guess that we'd have a PWHL camp in Regina in 100 years, and here we are in Regina. So it's kind of a cool moment that some of my friends can also come to my hometown and see what we have here. And yeah, it's been really cool that it's been in Regina, as well as I coach some girls here. So it's been cool for them as well to come out and watch me play on the ice, along with all these other amazing athletes that are here.
Yeah, I saw you had an Instagram post the other day that some kids came with custom made Neena Brick jerseys. That has to be a pretty sweet feeling.
Yep. And they actually just stopped by as well to get some autographs. So they're my little like U11 girls that I train. And yeah, that was really special that they came.
Awesome. I often joke with Derek that compared to Seattle, there's not a whole lot to do in Regina. So you said you've been showing them all that your city has to offer. What are some of the go-to Regina things?
Well, we started at the Rider game.
Yeah,
so
solid.
that's-
Saw a
you have
W.
to. Yep, they didn't really realize how many people we actually have in Regina until everyone was at the Rider game. So that was cool to show them we have more than just 100 people.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I mean, there's not much else to show.
Elle's Cafe. Got to take them for some
Right,
ice cream.
yeah, I do. We're going to the Keg tonight,
Ooh,
so
nice.
it's a good spot for a steak. And yeah, besides that, not
Yeah,
not
so you're
much.
backing up his claim that there's not a lot to
Yeah.
do here in Regina.
Yes.
How has your off season been going? We talked before that you've been working at peak coaching and then doing all this training yourself. What's kind of the summer looked like and the rest of the summer look like until you head down to Seattle?
Yeah, so right now I'm skating like 4 times a week with Peak, like the camp that we're actually skating with right now. And then I also am scrimmaging twice a week right now, and I coach 4 days a week, all the little girls. And on the weekends, I usually use that as like my rest and recovery days.
Awesome.
So I'm gonna take a few breaks here and there just because the training camp is so late in the P-Dub. So definitely need to rest and also enjoy my summer as well, but I'm trying to balance it out and yeah, find a good happy medium.
And are you getting excited to kind of start packing your bags and think about heading down to Seattle there?
Yeah, definitely getting antsy. I'm actually going to drive down with my mom, so it'll be a nice road trip, but yeah, I really want to start packing and packing my rain jackets.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What's it been like with having like Lyndie is here, Sydney, she's on her way out, but she was with the Torrent, to kind of start making those locker room connections?
Yeah, it's been huge. Lindy's been awesome. Like I can already tell she's a leader on and off the ice, and she's been so welcoming. So yeah, it's really nice even to meet girls on the other team. So when I'm playing against other teams, it's kind of fun to know someone else. And
When someone roughs you up a little too much in a drill, you
Yeah.
can pay it back in a few months.
exactly, yeah.
Awesome. If anyone's maybe jumping into Torrent hockey for the first time, how would you describe the Neena Brick playstyle?
I would like to say I'm very offensive, very offensively minded. But having said that, I also consider myself a two-way player because offense starts in the D zone. So I have been playing center growing up, and I like to stop the puck in the corner, get the puck, and go on offense as quick as I can.
Awesome. Well, best of luck to you when training camp does roll around. I know that everyone's kind of eagerly waiting for when the schedule will finally drop and all those things start coming together. If people wanted to follow along on your hockey journey, like Instagram, stuff like that, where can they follow Neena?
Instagram would be the best, Neena.brick.
Awesome. Thanks again for coming by. First player interview, friend of the pod, 2-time appearance now. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
That's it. Those are all of the interviews for this week. Once again, a massive, all in capital letters, thank you to Spencer at 98 Hockey Management for being open to having me come out, setting the time aside for me to have these interviews with them. It was an amazing opportunity, and I thank you for being part of that big part of BTW that this is. And of course, I need to give a huge bolded, underlined, italicized capital letters thank you to Sydney, Lyndie, and Neena for being so open and easy to chat with, and just, giving some random guy the time to talk to them about hockey and learn more about them. So hopefully down the road, we can get more opportunities to chat with them and check in on how things are doing. And as we close out this week, I want to give you a couple quick reminders in the last few minutes here. First, if you have not done so already, we are running a giveaway for reaching 2,000 followers across our 5 social media accounts: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube. All you got to do, you got to scroll back a little bit because it's not going to be pinned after this episode comes out. But find the graphic that has the giveaway entry info. Give us a follow on that social network and comment giving us your favorite Seattle hockey memory, Kraken, Torrent, or otherwise, and you are entered to win. Once Derek's back and we get back to normal recording, we are going to give a wheel a spin with all the names that are on it, and if your name gets pulled, you will get a t-shirt and a sticker of your choice from the BTW shop. Where you can find that BTW shop is at btwsca.com. You can head over there. We have all of our episodes. We have articles that we've kind of casually put out, and hopefully you're going to be ramping that up soon. And there's a store tab there as well. Head on in there. We have t-shirts, hoodies, tanks, coffee cups, stickers, all the things you could possibly want for a whole bunch of different Kraken players. We have Joey Decord, Brandon Montour, Jordan Eberle, Shane Wright, just to name a few. So go and check that out. As always, we need to give a big shout out to Heather and her awesome articles that she is writing for the Hockey News. She has been doing some awesome interviews with Abby Murphy and Sydney Morrow and Emerson Jarvis. So go and give those a read. You can follow her on X at Heather Nicole with no E, and all of her writing at the Hockey News W. Big ask for us is if you can go over and give us a 5-star review on the podcast app of your choice. It helps us a whole lot. We've had a couple people do that for the giveaway. That is one way you can get a bonus entry. Give us a 5-star review, write a little review, screenshot it, send it to contact@btwsca.com, and we will add an extra entry of your name into the raffle. Follow us on all the social medias at BTWSCA. Wherever you go, that is what we are going to be. And we are in the midst of our countdown right now. We have 3, one's going to be coming up because we have no idea when the PWHL schedule starts, but we are in the midst of our Kraken countdown. Last we had was 55 days, and that was Ryan Lindgren. And we also have a Coachella Valley Firebirds countdown happening as well. We had 57 days, which is Jagger Firkus. So if you want a little history lesson on maybe some players that are coming, or you just want to follow along and cross some dates off the calendar, we got you covered for that. That'll do it for this week. I appreciate you hanging out with me. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, drop it in the YouTube. Let us know how things went. Like I said, we're rookies at this. We're figuring it out. We're going to grow. We're going to move up from here. So thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you. I am Matt. Derek is way out there in Ireland somewhere. Go Kraken. Go Torrent. We will be back in your feeds next week. Bye. That's my best Derek impression.
We going beneath the waves. Going beneath.